just had a bigger rake. Alright, so I'm not going to say the first pass was a complete failure, but the way that the rake is set up, at this end is where the windrow is kind of created, and so it's meant to turn, grab down here and kind of roll the hay up into a pile over here. So it's higher here than it is over here on this end. So what I need to do is level the rake out, and I think if I get it nice and level, I won't be burying my teeth into the ground over there and then they're not even touching here, so I can get those leaves. I think it'll catch all of them that way and push them over to the side. Let's see what we can do. Well, I'm not going to say that didn't work, but it did work. Not as well as I'd hoped. I think the uneven ground here with the hills and around the trees and everything else, it's too hard to get that rake through here. It's just not level. It picks up better some places than others, and it's not meant for leaves, but hey, it got us a good start here. We got a few kind of rows, so I'm going to clean this up a little bit with the rake. And then I wonder if we could turn these leaves into some bales. Cleaned up some of these piles into kind of a windrow here, so we've got a place to run the baler. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if the baler will be able to pack these leaves together. I'm not sure it'll work. Let's see what'll happen. Well, we made a bale of leaves. I'm not sure how useful it will be, but I'm not opposed to the concept, but I do think that there could be some use for this down the road if I did this a little bit better. So I'm not throwing this experiment out the window just yet. Next year, maybe what we'll do is dry the leaves out a little better. These are really wet. And man, is this thing heavy. I don't know how many pounds it weighs, but it's a heavy bale of leaves, that's for sure. But I think if the leaves were really dry, and we just set up the baler and just raked everything into a pile and fed it into the baler, it doesn't pick the leaves up. The tines on there, they're meant to grab grass. Grass wraps around them and it pulls them through. The leaves just fall right through, so it didn't really work. But feeding it into the baler did work just fine, and it is capable of making a bale of leaves. So what would we use these for? Well, if they were dry, I might even be able to shove these right into our wood burner, and they may burn in there. That is a possible fuel. A bale of leaves packed together like this that were dry, I think would burn for a long time. The other thing you could use them for is, you know how they do those straw gardens and other things? You could grow right in these leaves. Leaves are probably the best source of compost. As this carbon breaks down and as the different funguses and molds and bacteria and things like that break this down, they turn this into the absolute best nutrient-rich soil. It has a lot of the micronutrients and things like that that you really need to get good flowering, good growth out of plants. So you could grow right in these, just like they do with those straw bales, plant right in them and water them, and we could give that a test. So maybe I'll save this one and try that out next year. And also you could use them for bedding. A lot of times what I used to do was, if you have real dry leaves, you can take the leaves and throw them right into like the bottom of a chicken coop or a goat pen or pig pen or something like that. They act kind of like straw. They are decent for bedding, as long as they're dry. If they're wet, then they're not going to work. But anyway, had a little fun today. I'm not sure I got a lot accomplished. There's still a lot of leaves out here, so we'll have to go to the old raking method and maybe get the kids out here to help. That'll solve the issue. So, but thanks for tagging along, guys, as we play around with the baler and the rake today, and play around with making bales of leaves for whatever reason. I'm not sure, but here we have one. So, thumbs up, guys. Hit thumbs up on the video if you were entertained at all today, as we had a little bit of fun with some farm equipment in our backyard here. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Throw it down below. Making bales of leaves. I don't know. What do you think? So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.